Pool A. Morocco against the Islamic Republic of Iran, to be followed by Argentina against Spain in Group B. And for this first match, it's the African champions against the champions of Asia. Morocco, the first African side to appear in the football five-a-side, and it is only the 4th time it's been part of the Paralympic Games. Once again, the conditions not too hot, but very, very humid. Morocco did themselves and their continent proud, actually, in their opening match, taking a surprise lead against the champions Brazil before losing to 3 second-half goals. They are not here to make the numbers up, Morocco. We're in no doubt about that. Iran were held to a 0-0 draw by Turkey in their opening match, so both sides looking for their first win. A key match this in Pool A. Brazil, we expect to win the group, although they're going to face tough matches against Turkey and Iran to come. But Morocco showed against the hosts in their opening match that they are contenders for a spot in the semi-finals. They've got goals in their team. They've got plenty of skill. A decent goalkeeper too, saved 2 penalties against the Brazilians. And they'll challenge this Iranian team for sure today. The anthems first, Iran in a moment, but first Morocco.
E agora, o hino nacional da República Islâmica do Irã.
Amir POURRAZAVI of Iran leaping for joy at the sound of his country's national anthem. So Morocco, a 2-goal defeat to Brazil in their opening game, as the players are introduced to the crowd, doesn't really tell the story. At their first games, and with not that many countries competing in five-a-side football for visually impaired athletes and blind athletes in Africa, one wondered about the standard of the Moroccan team, but that man, Abderrazak HATTAB, had an extraordinary game against Brazil. His ability to locate the ball was extraordinary. There's no other word for it, really. And he scored the opening goal of that match. Iran didn't score, but it wasn't for the want of trying against Turkey. They had 26 attempts on goal. Their giant goalkeeper, Meysam SHOJAEIYAN, wasn't beaten though, so they got a point. And it was a decent start. They were the better team against the Turks. The number 10 there, Behzad ZADALIASGHARI. It's a burly, aggressive forward player, got plenty of shots away in that opening match. They only used 6 of their 10-man squad in that opening match, Iran, so they are reliant on that starting 5. We'll see plenty of Sadi Rahimi Gassa, the number 9, I think, as well. Key match for the Iranians this then. Having held the European champions, if they can get the 3 points against Morocco, maybe win by a couple of goals, they'll be in a good position to qualify for the semi-finals. 4 teams in the group, 2 go through, and once you're in the semi-finals, of course, you've got 2 chances to get yourself a medal. Refereeing team from Argentina and from Brazil. Time for the handshakes. I think you'd probably make Iran slight favourites for this, just because they've got more experience at this level. They played in London and were 6th, beating the British team and beating Turkey there, losing on penalties to China in the 5th and 6th place playoff match. And their world ranking is higher. They've been around at this level for a bit longer. But the way, in particular, HATTAB played for Morocco up front against Brazil, you wouldn't want to make a prediction with any great certainty ahead of this game. Crowds have been building at the Olympic Tennis Centre and around the Olympic Park day on day, as if the Paralympic Games really are capturing the imagination of the Brazilian people, which is a lovely feeling. Seems like there's tremendous warmth between the 2 captains. Mohamed Daoudi is the Moroccan captain, the number 10. He's going to start on the bench. And for Iran in the red, it's Hossein RAJABPOUR. You rarely see an embrace like that before the start of an international football match, I have to say. Maybe the world will be a better place if we saw a few more hugs like that. He would have been thrilled with his side's performance against Brazil. They showed no signs of being intimidated at all. So here we are, the atmosphere will now change, because silence is absolutely imperative for the players. Hearing for them is everything. So we get this lovely, close atmosphere. Javed Felfeli has shaved his beard since their opening match. He looks about 10 years younger. Refereeing team will check the blindfolds on all of the players. Some have limited sight, others are completely blind, so all wear the blindfolds to ensure complete fairness. The goalkeepers, of course, can see, but they aren't allowed outside their little goalkeeping areas. So the Group A match between Iran in the red and Morocco in the blue. Both sides looking for their first win in the competition. Iran have 1 point after a draw with Turkey, and it's ZADALIASGHARI immediately getting the shot away. Brief round of applause from the crowd, but they have to get back to quiet. Morocco were beaten 3-1 by Brazil, but played impressively. This man, Ahmed ELAZOUZI, played every single minute. HATTAB is the target, and he is a persistent and skillful forward with a remarkable ability to locate the ball, often in open field. So ZADALIASGHARI got off 11 shots against Turkey in their first match. Second corner here for the Moroccan team. ELAZOUZI there with HATTAB. It's HATTAB on the run. Oh, he nearly got round the edge of the Iranian defensive square there. RAJABPOUR made the tackle, but it's ELAZOUZI. HATTAB has got it. HATTAB for Morocco. It's an important challenge that by Amir POURRAZAVI. He did really well. Vital for Iran that he got there, because HATTAB was about to strike that goalwards. Now there's a good run. Hossein RAJABPOUR, the Iranian skipper, got a long way through. Just the last touch was a little heavy. "25 minutes each way in the football five-a-side. Teams have one timeout that they can take of 1 minute per half. And the clock does stop, as you notice, when the referees have to take timeouts. If a player loses a blindfold, for example, or needs to replace a boot or do up a shoelace. In the last 2 minutes of each half as well, the referee will, or the clock will be stopped more often for free kicks and corners as well. So Iran ball here with ZADALIASGHARI. BERKA is the defender, and he's lost it. Well-organised Moroccan defence, though, meant the shot was well blocked by ELAZOUZI. And here's HATTAB. ZADALIASGHARI went in with the tackle. The referee said it was a completely inadvertent hand on the ball by HATTAB. Now RAJABPOUR is going to be first to this for Iran. Challenge by GHILLI was a good one, away by ELAZOUZI. Here's HATTAB. Just couldn't control it at the first time of asking, but you can see he wants to build up speed immediately. SHAHHOSSEINI for Iran. ZADALIASGHARI. Houssam GHILLI with the challenge. It's full-blooded at the moment. Both sides not giving an inch. You wouldn't expect otherwise. ZADALIASGHARI just falling on the ball and using his arm. Hence the free kick to the Moroccan team. You can see the pitch divided by those interrupted lines into 3/3. Just indicates the zones in which Players can receive communication. It's the head coach in the middle third who will talk to the players. It's the goalkeeper in the defensive third, and there's a guide behind the goal for the attacking third. The players all trying to interpret the various sounds from the ball, from their teammates, from the opposition, from their guides and coaches, and turn it into a picture in which they can locate the ball. Now, Iran from the corner. RAJABPOUR, he must have been looking for SHAHHOSSEINI, but it might give them a problem here. Abderrazak HATTAB. RAJABPOUR got back. Out a little bit anxiously by POURRAZAVI. Stationary ball, of course, is really difficult to locate because it's not making any noise, but SHAHHOSSEINI has got it. GHILLI just used the arms a bit to grapple. But the referee saw no issue. Meant a goal kick. Here is HATTAB. ELAZOUZI for the Moroccans, away from one. SHAHHOSSEINI well positioned to make the interception. GHILLI is going to shepherd this out. Well, he did make a touch on it before it crossed the line, the referee said, so Iran have got the corner. You'll hear the word voy being spoken out loud constantly by the defenders. They have to do that. The attacker's got the ball and that's making a noise. They have to kind of even it up by saying where they are. It's also a safety thing, so that there are fewer collisions between attacker and defender. Corner's the call. I think ELAZOUZI and the Moroccan guide may have felt that goal kick was going to be the decision. RAJABPOUR emerging with it. HATTAB sticking to his task. Still RAJABPOUR. Back onto his left foot. Ooh, that was awkward. Good reaction save by Samir BARA because it deflected towards his near post. He was moving down the left, RAJABPOUR, but he went with the right foot shot. And Samir BARA, who had an excellent game against Brazil, started with a good save here. 7 minutes 20 on the clock. And that's going to be a free kick to Morocco in a decent position. POURRAZAVI came in. Look at RAJABPOUR getting into the penalty box. Not sure he had sufficient power on the shot to trouble BARA had it gone directly to goal. The deflection made it awkward. Free kick is just over 8 meters out. Strong wall. Impossible to get that ball up and over the wall from that range. The Moroccan guide, Saïd Himi. ELAZOUZI will hit it. Struck RAJABPOUR. Trick is just to maneuver it a bit further wider of the wall to get a better angle. Here's HATTAB. RAJABPOUR was excellent there. Got a good sense of the direction in which HATTAB was turning. And that's RAJABPOUR penalised for trapping the ball between his feet and obstructing the Moroccans. A little bit nonplussed by the decision. HATTAB made a good tackle there and he couldn't get at the ball. Feels pretty even after the first 9 minutes. 2 fouls apiece. That is significant. Here's HATTAB, and he will strike it. Long way out to trouble SHOJAEIYAN from there. It was a comfortable save, but a bit of confidence for HATTAB. Good tackle by Houssam GHILLI on ZADALIASGHARI. RAJABPOUR has got to the ball. And of course, once he gets the ball and gets it in motion, then the defender can respond to the sound it makes. HATTAB. He is forceful. So too is RAJABPOUR. GHILLI missed the clearance, but ELAZOUZI has got it now. ZADALIASGHARI is loitering. Yeah, they just had to try and get rid of that. ELAZOUZI took one in the ribs from the Iranian number 10. GHILLI there just before RAJABPOUR, but again, it was a strong and legitimate challenge from the Iranian captain. Here is GHILLI. Will come for HATTAB. Turns into the space now. The defenders have regrouped well. He wants to get it on the right foot with which he scored against Brazil. It's a good defensive effort from Iran. HATTAB. Crowd want to applaud the lifted pass. Oh, HATTAB! Excellent strike with the left foot. It hasn't gone out of play. That was the best moment of the match. He whipped that back in towards the near post. It's trouble off both sides. Good save by SHOJAEIYAN. Morocco's second shot on target. Iran have had the one. And that was the best of all three. Might run here for ZADALIASGHARI. The Moroccan defence just off guard. And it was BERKA who reacted. That will be a corner. Crowd are absolutely captivated. Referees will often just rattle the ball, which has got metal plates and ball bearings inside it. Iranian corner. ZADALIASGHARI turned away from HATTAB, but right back into the burly figure of BERKA. Crossfield from SHAHHOSSEINI. RAJABPOUR. He's got it now. A little bit of space here. And they're urging him to shoot, and he scores! Samir BARA will be disappointed in the Morocco goal. He went to his right and he went too soon. And RAJABPOUR's effort snuck in. It's Iran's first goal of the tournament. And it's the captain, Hossein RAJABPOUR. And I don't think Samir BARA should have let it in. But he hit it well. An advantage Iran. So RAJABPOUR, having scored the goal, immediately takes a breather on the bench. Unlimited substitutions. So we will see him again soon. Morocco might feel a little bit unfortunate to be a goal down on the balance of play. But I'm sure not too disheartened by the way they have been performing in the opening quarter of this match, slightly more. HATTAB is the target. Well, again, he did pretty well to locate the ball as he hurt himself. Oh, he has. I think he's in trouble here, Abderrazak HATTAB. Yeah, he's in awful trouble. It's the left knee. It's the left knee in swiveling. Certainly it's the left leg. Something seemed to give way as he swiveled to try and take the shot. And let's hope for Morocco and for the tournament's sake that it's not as serious as it sounds and looks. And there's the goal. Well, Samir BARA, who had such an excellent game against Brazil. He won't enjoy the replay. I think the Moroccans all know what a huge blow it would be if HATTAB can't continue. Going back to team fouls, and both sides have committed 2 fouls so far in this first half. Once that number gets to 4, the 4th team foul, and every foul beyond that in a given half of a match means the opponents go straight to the 8-meter penalty line. Oh dear, first time we've seen the stretcher in this football five-a-side competition. And for Abderrazak HATTAB, who gave every indication against Brazil that he was going to be one of the stars of this competition, to be leaving in this manner, it really is a sad sight. Ten of his 17 shots on target, and he forced SHOJAEIYAN into an excellent save at the start of this match. What it does mean is that the number 8, Zuhair Sneisler, is going to come on. He's only 17. He didn't play against Brazil. He can't keep the smile off his face at the opportunity, but he, like his teammates, will be feeling desperately sad for the main striker. Opportunity knocks for the teenager, though, in a way that perhaps he wasn't expecting. If you're young enough. Well, things going Iran's way now, with the goal and with the star player of Morocco injured. ZADALIASGHARI. Oh, well through. Oh, ZADALIASGHARI, and that's terrific. What a super run and a splendid goal. Two goals for Iran in 2 minutes, and they're clearly on top now. One for the family from Behzad ZADALIASGHARI. And what terrific close control. That was absolutely glorious. And though Samir BARA just got a hand to it, this time you can't really blame him. The shot was accurate and low. he might feel he could have saved it, but it was splendid dribbling from ZADALIASGHARI. The initial trick was the one, wasn't it? The little drag back and then the move between the defenders opened everything up for him. Sneesler trying to help out, getting his first touch of the ball. But Morocco really are up against it here. That'll be a corner to Iran. Well, at this point in their opening match, Morocco, they were a goal up on the Paralympic champions. This is a far more difficult situation for them now. Referees is just ensuring that the goalkeeper stays within his goalkeeping area, even when it comes to giving out instructions. Houssam Ghilli for Morocco. Brahimi Gassa for Iran. Now ZADALIASGHARI, how quickly can he get onto the ball here? Well played by Imad BERKA for Morocco. Big defender might fancy a little run. Sneesler, first time he's been on the ball in Iranian territory. Oh, he did well. He nearly managed to skip his way through into the penalty area, and he's got the free kick for Morocco, right on the edge here. It's a 6 meter line, that penalty area. But with 4 players in the wall, albeit 5 meters from the ball, the goal is 2 meters high and only 3 meters wide. So if SHOJAEIYAN can get that wall lined up properly, there should really be no way that they can score from the place on which the free kick is taken. But if they can move it swiftly to one side, then things can open up. The referee will allot time here for the guide to communicate to the taker. They rather botched the initial taking of it. ELAZOUZI and Sneesler, with the young man having just come on. Not quite the familiarity, perhaps, that was there when HATTAB was on the field, but Sneesler almost found it there with POURRAZAVI just a little hesitant. ZADALIASGHARI. Confidence must be sky high after scoring that lovely goal, 3 minutes ago. In went BERKA though. BERKA. No. He's not the man most likely to score for Morocco, but worth a try. Here's ZADALIASGHARI. Look at this little drag back there through the gap, and then he's away. And the finish was splendid. Low and hard. Not Sami Ibarra's day to this point. But it's a job really well done by Iran. Few heads looking down at the field in the Moroccan side. 2 goals down, star player injured, and it didn't look great for HATTAB. Real job for the Moroccan coaching team to lift their side. but it's all positive for Iran. He has got a problem, hasn't he, Samir BARA? And they're calling for the doctor to... Oh dear, and it's not a new problem, is it, with his shoulder for Samir BARA? Well, all teams have 2 goalkeepers in their 10-man squads. Ayoub Sarak is Morocco's second choice, and they might have to use him here. Yeah, poor Samir BARA, who's a professor at the University of Rabat in Morocco. And there are plenty of his students watching on, I'm sure. Second key player off injured for Morocco. Iran's change is a tactical one. RAJABPOUR, who scored the first goal, on for ZADALIASGHARI, who scored the second. And Otman Driouche is on for Houssam Ghilli, and the goalkeeper's being changed as well. So Ayoub Sarak is going to come on for Samir BARA. There's the confirmation. I don't think BARA's going to return anytime soon. So 2 of Morocco's starting 5 injured and unlikely to return. Ayoub Sarak is just making the last minute preparations. Ice on the shoulder for Samir BARA. The best laid plans being undone here for Morocco. And you can't help but wonder whether, if BARA was discomforted by a shoulder problem right from the start, whether that did contribute to the concession, certainly of the first goal, and maybe to the second when he was diving to that side. But then it's the coach's call to start him if he's got that injury. Have to factor that into the decision. Ayoub Sarak is on for his Paralympic debut. 29-year-old goalkeeper. So this Moroccan side's going to have to show what it's made of now. They're up against it in a number of ways, and they have to try and keep on battling. ELAZOUZI, who played every minute of their first match, and had a fine game against Brazil. He's going to be key if they're going to try and recover here. RAJABPOUR. Interception by Snisla. RAJABPOUR just came across to block his run. ELAZOUZI. They're a good unit, the Iranians. Ahmadreza moving in for the challenge. Snisla having to show his strength here. 17-year-old against older, more experienced players. He's battling away. He's away from Ahmadreza. Well, it was an ambitious effort. had to take the shot. Something to try and build on. Getting himself into the game. Well, that's well taken by Rahimi Gassa. ELAZOUZI did well. ELAZOUZI's onto it. RAJABPOUR. BERKA should be there. Just feeling on one side for the ball, and the other side for the player to make sure that one was at his feet and the other was kept at bay. Sneesler absolutely surrounded. Oh, it's a good effort. It's a good effort. It was tremendously long range. If SHOJAEIYAN had been beaten from there, he would have been most upset. But the old adage, if you don't shoot, you're not going to score. Well, he must be 12, 13 meters out. Referee just taking a time out here. I think they want to check the blindfold of Sneesler. It's the bandaging underneath that's come away. And if the referee has the slightest doubt, then they have to nip in there. Absolutely ensure fairness and that the opponents know that fairness is being demonstrated. Well, the return of Abderrazak HATTAB. This is good news for Morocco. The way he went down and the way he went off on a stretcher, I'm surprised to see him return. And he is not moving well at all. Well, he's feeling his left hamstring. Goodness. This is ambitious from the Moroccan medical staff to put him back out there. RAJABPOUR, we got a long way into the penalty area. Rahimi Gassa, only one to beat. Well, he was just held up by the leg of BERKA. He was very nearly completely through. At the moment, an Iranian third goal is more likely than a goal back for Morocco, you have to feel. Here is HATTAB, though. Well, he was clattered. He was absolutely clattered. And, well, I think we know he's injured already. Dear, oh dear. It's a tremendously brave effort to even be out there for HATTAB. Hossein practically rugby tackled him. It's an extraordinary effort by HATTAB. He won't be doing it against his will. He'll be keen to get out there, of course he will, on the biggest stage. This great opportunity to perform. He's such a key player for them. They obviously feel that even at 50, 60, 70%, he's capable of troubling the Iranian defence, and they might well be right. The Carioca folk have come out to support the football five-a-side. Many wearing the colours of the local club. That was Snisla's effort. It wasn't going in, was it? He's almost on the halfway line when he hit it. And Meysam SHOJAEIYAN, the Iranian goalkeeper, is a giant, isn't he? I mean, he's crossbars at 2 meters. I would suggest he's slightly taller than that. Well, we'll restart play with this free kick. GHILLI on for BERKA. What is it? Just to the left of the 8-meter penalty mark. So let's wait for the instructions from the Moroccan guide, Saïd Himi. HATTAB! Oh, he got plenty behind that. Rising over the goal. And that's why they've put him back on the field. And he hits this tremendously hard. Utterly committed. It's come through to HATTAB, and he's on the turn. It's a terrific tackle by POURRAZAVI. He's made a couple of them. HATTAB again this time. Oh, and he elected to just turn back onto his right side. He'd have been getting a quick instruction. Difficult to assimilate what's happening from behind the goal, but he would have known how close he was to the posts. Here he is again. He's complaining that he was manhandled. You have to wonder. He twisted that knee and ankle when he went down before. He's clearly in discomfort. There is the risk of doing more damage, you'd have to think. Not sure the Iranian defence will show any mercy. ELAZOUZI. ZADALIASGHARI. Away from Driouche. Driouche got back to make a challenge. ball, of course, makes a different sound when it's closer to the boards, the kind of echolocation that these visually impaired athletes will use. Last minute of the first half. Been a really good first half for Iran, taking a significant step towards the semi-finals as things go. This is Morocco ball. Iran having to reorganize. It's a tight angle, but we've seen goals scored from tight angles in this competition. SHOJAEIYAN given a chance to organise his defence first, then it'll be turned over to the guide to give his instructions to the taker. HATTAB and ELAZOUZI. ZADALIASGHARI came charging out. HATTAB still. He's struggling to put weight on that left side, and that encumbered him. ZADALIASGHARI, oh, right the way through again. Maybe a second chance. Just touched the ball first with his left foot before it went with his right. And he was off balance, it was all awkward. And he also got clattered as he took the shot too. I think it's GHILLI, just falls into him. Did well to recover and swiftly relocate it and then switch back the other way onto that right side. He's had two decent chances to score since he made it 2-0, the big man. Good to see he's in no real discomfort after the fall.
Silence, please.
33 seconds and counting to half time.
Silence, please. Silence.
HATTAB bravely continuing. It's a lovely piece of skill, and he was held. 10 seconds left in the half. Again, the free kick's on the angle. Little flick, and RAJABPOUR was just concerned with keeping hold of HATTAB. I think he'd overplayed the ball. There's no way he was going to get back to it, but it was certainly a free kick. And we're into team fouls territory, so it's going to be a kick from the 8-metre mark. With 10 seconds to go. Could this be the tiny little spark of a recovery for Morocco? Difficult to score from this kind of range. You don't often see an 8-metre penalty converted. But we've seen HATTAB strike the ball with vicious power in this opening half. And if he's got the strength to place his weight on the standing foot, which is a question mark, maybe there's hope here for Morocco. Almost the last kick of the half. HATTAB. Oof. And he did thump it. And it was a decent save by SHOJAEIYAN. It's impressive technique to take such a run up HATTAB and be able to strike through the ball. Was the last action of the half. Great frustration for Morocco. Their best player has been thwarted and he's also been injured. That was the penalty attempt. Good save. Crowd delighted by an excellent half from both teams and two fine goals from Iran. The first of which from RAJABPOUR relied to some extent on a goalkeeping error. The second from ZADALIASGHARI was a real picture. Terrific dribbling from the big Iranian, and as a result, at half-time, they lead Morocco by 2-0. And it's been really great entertainment. And look, Morocco have had 11 attempts on goal, 5 on target, and more possession officially. So, well, they'll feel maybe that the 2-0 scoreline is a little bit harsh. It's ifs, buts and maybes for Morocco. If Samir BARA, their goalkeeper, hadn't been injured, he's clearly been carrying a shoulder problem. Maybe that affected him. First goal he shouldn't have let in. The second one was closer to the bottom corner from ZADALIASGHARI. But some regrets for Morocco, and they've been unlucky with the injuries, but I think Iran a good value for a lead. And of those Moroccan shots, some have been from fairly wild distances, unlikely to trouble SHOJAEIYAN. One shot early on from HATTAB, he cut back in on his left side and nearly troubled the goalkeeper at his near post. That was a good attempt. But he's a big man, the Iranian goalkeeper, and he's going to be difficult to beat for everybody in this competition. He hasn't let a goal in yet. Can't think he's made a handling error at all. It's a really good first half for Iran. ZADALIASGHARI, right from the word go, was getting involved. So too was RAJABPOUR. Samir BARA was good with his handling. Now this HATTAB, there was the effort, the low down with the left. That was the one that made SHOJAEIYAN get down and make a good save. Big man had to come a long way. That was Samir BARA in the Morocco goal, and I think he should have saved that. It's a good run by RAJABPOUR, and he gets plenty on the shot. The goalkeeper was moving down too quickly. If he'd held his ground, I think he would have made the save. Now this is the goal of the game. Look at this little turn from ZADALIASGHARI. It's beautifully done, and he gets accuracy, and he gets the shot low down. Samir BARA does get his hand to it. And you could see there, he was awkward on his right side, the goalkeeper. It's a good finish though. It's a lovely goal from the Iranian number 10. So, big advantage here to Iran. This could be a significant result. They've got 1 foot in the semi-finals, I think, as things stand. Half-time, Morocco 0, Iran 2.
Divulga isso aqui que tá muito legal.
So the players preparing for the start of the second half here. And for Morocco, critical they try and get back in this game, having been beaten by Brazil in their opening match. For Iran, with Morocco's best player hampered, they had to change their goalkeeper too. Maybe a chance for them to take advantage and build on this 2-goal lead. Having drawn 0-0 with Turkey in their first game, there's every chance that it could go down to the wire for second place in this group. Goal difference could be crucial. Crowd just being reminded of how quiet they need to be when the ball is in play, so that the players can react to the sounds around them, including that made by the ball, of course. The referee is not happy with the blindfold on Abderrazak HATTAB and is insisting on further adjustments being made to that. Indeed, he's not being allowed to start the second half. Well, that is very interesting. Mohamed Daoudi is going to come on. Well, start of the second half then, and Morocco up against it. 2 goals down to Iran after the first 25 minutes. Goals from RAJABPOUR and from ZADALIASGHARI. Morocco are in the blue, Iran the red today. And interesting, at the start of the second half, the Moroccan striker Abderrazak HATTAB wasn't allowed to start the second period. The referee saw that adjustments were needed to his blindfold, and actually the referee issued a yellow card to the Moroccan coach, Driss El Muntaki. So that's why the Moroccan captain, Mohamed Daoudi, is on the field for the first time. Here's ELAZOUZI. And that's a free kick to Morocco. Team fouls reset for the second half, so that's the first one that Iran have committed. Iran committed enough team fouls in that first half that Morocco went to the 8-meter penalty mark right at the end with that effort for HATTAB. They're allowed 3 team fouls before it gets to that point. ELAZOUZI, stopped by RAJABPOUR initially, trying to find Daoudi, but the defence hear the pass going in that direction too, and they've reacted well. ELAZOUZI trying to bustle his way through. Goalkeeper can't leave his area. It's very tempting to just stick your hand out, of course, and grab the ball when it's that close to goal. Sami BARA of Morocco fell foul of that in the opening game against Brazil and conceded a penalty, which he then saved. The goalkeepers just have to stay patient and hold their ground. Daoudi. Goal kicks the call. And Iran swiftly getting it up to ZADALIASGHARI. That was a very swift turn. And he's got all four defenders to beat again. And couldn't get past the first one this time. Referee thought about stepping in when the ball was motionless, just to rattle it, to alert the players as to its presence, but ELAZOUZI was there before he could get there. Amir POURRAZAVI was penalised there. I wonder if the referee didn't hear him saying voy as he came in to make the challenge. There didn't seem to be too much wrong with it, but I'm not sure he alerted the Moroccan player to his presence with that call, and you have to make that call. It's an important part of the game. And you'll hear the word voy being repeatedly barked out by players. When the attacker has the ball, the defender can hear the ball, so the defender has to make that noise to alert the attacker to his presence for fairness and for safety reasons. Daoudi just overran it. And there was no getting it back. That's Morocco who started this second half on the front foot, despite the continued absence of their number 9 HATTAB. RAJABPOUR really building up speed. He's got round them all. Oh, well, he was awarded the free kick just as he was getting in towards a shooting position. It would have been tough because he was on the angle. But he was away from ELAZOUZI, and he got away from GHILLI, who knew he was the last man, and so just leant in. That's close enough to goal, I suppose, that there is a substantial advantage in getting the free kick. First foul of the half by Morocco. Here's Ahmadreza Shadel Basir, the Iranian guide. Clear instructions as to where exactly they are in relation to the goal. RAJABPOUR takes it from SHAHHOSSEINI. Tackle was made by Mohamed Daoudi. So the keeper given an allotted few seconds just to organise his defence. ELAZOUZI went clattering into ZADALIASGHARI, but he's pretty solidly built himself. ZADALIASGHARI emerging. Not for the first time. The ball just rolled away from that right boot. SHAHHOSSEINI for Iran in the red shirts. And ZADALIASGHARI in here. Oh, it's good defending by GHILLI, who just stayed in contact with him and was able to adjust his body position and hook a foot round. ELAZOUZI, he's gone a long way through there. SHAHHOSSEINI with a good intervention. POURRAZAVI is the last man for Iran. ZADALIASGHARI in that centre third. It'll be the head coach who's shouting instructions, and he's on the run again, and a chance to finish. Well, it's another super run with terrific dribbling skill. If he could only just improve that close control at speed, it's so difficult. But 3 or 4 times now, it's just the final touch, but he is having to react to the challenge. That's ELAZOUZI, who has been given the yellow card by the referee. Let's have a look. He's running through. Is he overzealous on the goalkeeper here? Yes. So just like in the first half, both teams very swiftly onto 2 team fouls. ZADALIASGHARI, he got a decent enough contact on that, but he hadn't breached the defences of the Moroccan team. Seven shots ZADALIASGHARI has had, only one of them has been on target. That was the goal. ELAZOUZI. Here he is again, ZADALIASGHARI. Twisting. Looked to foul by Driouche. Only the grappling with the arm stopped him getting a shot away. Maybe this time. Oh, he hit the post. And again, the crowd getting so excited. I think ZADALIASGHARI's initial reaction was that he'd scored. Got himself into such a good position there, so central. 3-4 meters out. Blasted it right against the post. The goalkeeper a little fortunate, didn't go back in off him. He's causing all the trouble, the number 10. Just good reaction from Ayoub Sarrach in the end. And ELAZOUZI just nudging ZADALIASGHARI to one side, maybe contributed to him pulling the shot against the post. HATTAB has been allowed to come back on. 10 minutes into the second half. He was due to start the second period when the referee decided that his blindfold wasn't correctly applied. It's taken 10 minutes to sort it out. ZADALIASGHARI. Stopped by Driouche. Trying to roll the defender. Nearly got into the box again. He's so difficult to dislodge. Driouche on the run. You can hear the shouts of voy from the defenders. Driouche, of course, knows exactly where POURRAZAVI is right now. Two are in very close contact. ZADALIASGHARI again. What a battle between he and ELAZOUZI. HATTAB. Oh, he cracked straight into SHAHHOSSEINI. I mean, he really has been in the wars today, HATTAB. Right on the end of the nose. He took that one. Left knee, left ankle, nose. It's a frustrating and painful day, the Moroccan centre forward, but for Javed Felfeli, the Iranian coach, it's nearly the perfect day. He's only been on for 90 seconds. HATTAB, and he's heading off immediately. One would euphemistically describe HATTAB's day as eventful. Back comes Sneesler to take his place. So we've had 11.5 minutes of the 25 in the second half. And Iran will give the ball back to Morocco from the drop ball after the injury to HATTAB. Turning into a glorious sunny day here in Rio. ELAZOUZI away from RAJABPOUR. And now ELAZOUZI's got through. Oh, he's so unlucky. On the stretch against the post for Morocco. And that really would have made it interesting. The African champions with their best moment of the game. Persistence from ELAZOUZI and then terrific instinct to sweep the left boot at it. Beat the goalkeeper. The inside of the post that he struck. And ZADALIASGHARI, he's constantly been surrounded by 3 or 4. But that's the job, and he's often managed to get the other side of the Moroccan defence. Sneesler, the young man has to be strong. The 17-year-old, POURRAZAVI's clearance has cleared the kickboards. Here's a replay of that shot. He was off balance too. He did brilliantly, and the guide hopping up and down with frustration behind the goal. He's so unlucky. So both sides have hit the post in this second half.
Substitution for Iran. They're out number 7. They're in number 9.
It's been an eventful game. There's been lots going on. It's been really good again. That comes Rahimi Gassett for RAJABPOUR. Still Iran in this competition have only used 6 of their 10-man squad. Sneesler, 17-year-old. It's towards ELAZOUZI. There's too much angle on the pass. Here they go again, ZADALIASGHARI. Early shot, ooh, that could have troubled the goalkeeper. Very little backlift there from the big man, and it wasn't too far from the post, although it was just curving away. ELAZOUZI has to take the burden on for Morocco now with HATTAB off the pitch once again. Brahimi Gassa. He overrun that. There was a touch. There was a touch from the Moroccan defender. Sarak trying to organise the defence. A guide for Iran, trying to let his players know exactly where the defenders are. And he was talking too much, quite clearly. The guide and the goalkeeper having a laugh behind the goal. I don't know whether it was the referee's manner that they were joking about. ZADALIASGHARI, rather worryingly for Iran here, is coming off with a bit of a limp, but he's a real crowd favourite. He's got a goal, he's struck a post. He's continually thrown himself forward at the Moroccan defence. He's persistent, he's skillful, he's very muscular. And he too is having a joke with the Iranian coaching staff. He doesn't want to leave the field. Mohamed Haidari is on for his first minutes of this competition for Iran. A 32-year-old. And immediately he's going to play a part in this corner. He knew that he had to be quiet. He's been told. Brahimi Gassa. Oh, good quick feet. And he's got a shooting chance here. Well, was he just clipped as he went to pull the trigger there? Unlucky not to get the free kick. HATTAB's back on for Sneisler, for Morocco. He's not moving well, is he? I mean, he is hobbling, he really is. He's not going to get the free kick for the challenge either, and now he is. It's a brave, brave effort from HATTAB. He's going to need more than one ice pack at the end of the game. Dear oh dear. He can barely stand. Yeah, and he couldn't stand. There's a limit to the number of times he's going to come back on, surely. I think he's saying, I'm done. I'm done. I've had enough. There comes a point at which further courage is unwise, and this is it. Yeah, he deserves a hand. He really has tried to give whatever was available to the Moroccan cause here. He's taken too many injuries, too many bruises. And actually it was HATTAB who committed the foul in preventing Iran getting to the ball. So it's an Iran free kick. Brahimi Gassa. A swift incursion. Angle was always against him. Both sides are in team fouls trouble now. We might see a shot from the second penalty mark if a direct free kick is awarded in the next 8.5 minutes or so. ELAZOUZI. Daoudi cracked into Mohamed Haidari there, who felt a blow on his chin. But on we go, ELAZOUZI away from two. It's opening up. POURRAZAVI got back to play the ball out. 8 minutes left then. Iran set fair for their first win in this competition. The Moroccans have lost their best player to injury. Their first choice goalkeeper had a shoulder problem in as well, and had a first goal in that he shouldn't have done. ZADALIASGHARI with the second goal was a real beauty. Both sides have hit the post in the second half as Morocco try to find a way back into this match. There's no doubt that a goal now would make it very interesting for the closing stages. RAJABPOUR to return, replacing Haidari. Brief spell on the field for the Iran number 8. ELAZOUZI from the corner. Rahimi Gasser is right with him. SHAHHOSSEINI for Iran. Opened up. Were it not for that challenge from Driouche, he might have been in. Tackled by Rahimi Gasser. RAJABPOUR never quite got it under close control. And Daoudi is in there. Daoudi just felt RAJABPOUR behind him there and rolled him nicely. Can Daoudi keep this in? No, it will be a goal kick to Iran. Time ticking away here for Morocco. This was SHAHHOSSEINI's run. Useful ball by RAJABPOUR to Rahimi Gasser. Again, it's ELAZOUZI. He's a really important figure for Morocco at both ends of the field, ELAZOUZI. And Driouche has found him here. All 4 Iranian defenders between him and goal. And he's got through 2. And he was being wrestled there by SHAHHOSSEINI. It's an indirect free kick. Just the obstruction by SHAHHOSSEINI. He could feel that ELAZOUZI was trying to bustle past. So what's this? 9 to 10 meters out. ELAZOUZI to Mohamed Daoudi, the captain. Back to ELAZOUZI. Tried the pass to his captain. Out by POURRAZAVI. Super skill from Daoudi to get away from Rahimi Gasser, but he wouldn't let go, Rahimi Gasser. RAJABPOUR got the opening goal of the game. He was chopped down by Houssam GHILLI. Yeah, the foul was bad enough for the referee to bring out the caution for Houssam GHILLI. So that's he and ELAZOUZI who have both been booked in this match. Neither had had a yellow card previously in the competition. Iran have taken the timeout. just over 4.5 minutes to go. And Iran just making sure of one or two things before the closing stages of this game. 0-0 draw with Turkey in their opening match. A decent result that against the European champions, although Iran did have more attempts on goal in that match. Probably felt that a point was the least they deserved. They're on the verge of 3 vital points here, in a group where one imagines it will be tight for second place. Iran play Brazil, the champions, the Paralympic champions, the world champions, the only side that's ever won the Paralympic gold medal in football five-a-side in their last match. While Morocco face Turkey. And Turkey, if they are keeping tabs on what's happening here, might be thinking, well, Morocco's best player has been injured here. One of their goalkeepers is not in good shape. Maybe for them it's an opportunity to score a few more goals than this in that last group game. It might come down to goal difference between Iran and Turkey, but that's assuming they both lose to Brazil, which is not a guarantee. These are two good teams. It's all to play for. Clearly, though, if Iran can add further goals here, it can only help their cause. 4 minutes 32 remaining. Moroccan wall being organised. Ahmadreza Shadil Basir waits for his turn. The instructions for Ahmadreza SHAHHOSSEINI and for Hossein RAJABPOUR. It's SHAHHOSSEINI who's going to be the man here. Early shot. And that just flicked the wall on the way through. He got a good solid contact on this, and he just moved it really well to his right-hand side to take the wall out of play. That was a well-worked free kick. They're a bit unfortunate with that. They've got a few goal threats in their team, Iran. RAJABPOUR from the corner, coming all the way out to try and go the long way round. Will he keep on going, or will he change back direction? No. Sneesler, who is on, took it away. SHAHHOSSEINI with a firm challenge. Here's Sneesler again, the 17-year-old. Paralympic debut. And still just lost control of the ball as Rahimi Gasser came in. Abderrazak HATTAB has shown an example of persistence as well as skill for the younger man. Sneesler, very ambitious. Again, you simply have to get into a better position to trouble that man. Clock stop with 3 minutes and 5 remaining. The referee just wanted to have a look at the blindfold of the Iranian player. It's RAJABPOUR, and Sneesler getting checked out as well. Referees have to be happy at all times that there's another problem. I think it's Houssam GHILLI whose blindfold needs to be checked again. More tape required. It's exceedingly humid out there, which I suppose is making it a little bit more difficult to keep everything stuck down as it should be. It's good in a sense for both sets of players that Mariano Travaglino, the referee, is so diligent on this. Yeah, the temperature is heading upwards. Good view from up there. So 3 minutes and 5 for Morocco to get a couple of goals here. It's Iran ball. Sneesler in with the tackle. I think the young man's going to have to be a hero for Morocco here. And again, the early shot, and well, SHOJAEIYAN, ball still in play, so the crowd having to react and quieten down. He went from long range, but it went through the defender's legs. I think it was going wide again. He's just taking no chances, the big goalkeeper, and it looked comfortable enough. Iran corner. Driouche with the last touch from Morocco. And the referee urging them to get on with it. The clock is ticking here before we've got to the last 2 minutes. Well, the last 2 minutes are going to be here any second now. 10th corner for Iran. Again, it's RAJABPOUR with the back heel this time. Brahimi Gassa hasn't displaced any defenders yet. There's the familiar diamond formation, and it's Driouche on the run. The referee's going to give a foul there against Brahimi Gassa. He looked for an advantage, the official, quite rightly, but Driouche got a shove in the back. Yeah, it's Brahimi Gassa. Third team foul announced from the public address. So the third foul resulting in a direct free kick. So the next one would go to the 8-metre penalty mark, but it's getting late in the day for that now. ELAZOUZI trying to get through. He took another whack for his troubles. Iran defence has been pretty well organised. He was unlucky when he struck the post, ELAZOUZI. That might have changed things. 1 minute 20 and counting. GHILLI on the run. SHAHHOSSEINI's brought it clear. Now there's only 2 to beat here. He might go straight through here. GHILLI is... he just shepherded him away. Wasn't entirely certain where the ball was, GHILLI, but he knew where the man was, and he knew he had to keep his man in the position he had him. ELAZOUZI. Not much time now. Last 45 seconds. Looks like the first win for Iran here. And they'll be favourites for a semi-final place after this. They look a good team. They're going to take some beating. 30 seconds. Sneesler. Here's their time for one moment of Moroccan magic. On his left side, he's frustrated. He could have gone on a little bit closer. Job well done for Iran and their coach, Javed Felfeli. Few things have gone against Morocco today, yes, but Iran have been the better side, certainly. And they're going to pose Brazil 1 or 2 problems in the last group game. It's Iran's first win of the competition, fully deserved. Another terrific game of football five-a-side. Behzad ZADALIASGHARI with the goal of the game. He's been the crowd's favourite throughout. And 3 points for Iran. And the coach relishing the success here. 4 points from 2 games for them. They're closing in on the semi-finals. A second defeat for Morocco, who've been beaten here by Iran by 2-0. Well, Morocco gave it everything. Look at ELAZOUZI there, he's completely spent. Spent the whole game on the field, ELAZOUZI, for the second time. 15 shots on goal, not all of them were from great positions, but the crowd are rising to the players from both teams here. It's a terrific spectacle, hugely competitive. Got the sense that the players once or twice were just testing the patience of the referee too. And Morocco got unlucky with injuries, but Iran